Let's talk about this really quickly because I don't really want to spend too much time on him.
What do you mean?
But
He used to
no,
be
no,
your
no.
bae.
I know. And he used to be a lot of people's
Bae?
guy, right? He used to be the guy. Don't use the word bae, fam. Like you're too
You
old to
you
use this
used it
word.
back in the days, and I'm throwing it
You'll
right
tell
back on you. Didn't you used to say
you all
Bernie
tell
is
him that
bae?
he's not allowed to
Wait,
use this
didn't you ever
word. This
say
is
that?
like
Did you say once before Bernie is bae? You did.
yeah, but
You did.
but you saying it is like it's just not appropriate. It's just weird. It's like you saying, "Hey there, kids, how are you?" Like it's just weird.
All right,
Um,
listen, let's go full screen to this so I can refill my coffee and listen to this bullshit as we go along. Fam, it's so funny. I saw a picture too. I went on Facebook the other day. I don't know why.
oh God,
And I just saw some pictures of our old friends, and it's just like, oh my God, they're stuck in 2016.
yeah.
We started the Convo Couch so we could talk about foreign policy. Maybe they would learn something. No, 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 no. Only stuff they can wag their finger at Republicans for. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing? When we were supporting Bernie Sanders, he was the compromise candidate, and he was only the compromise candidate for one big reason. He had shitty foreign policy. Now you're going to go knocking on his door and saying, Bernie, can you come outside and play and maybe say something for the Palestinians? No. We just showed him the other day, this is terrible what Hamas did, and Israel has every right to protect itself. How do you have every right to protect yourself by bombing civilians? Go away. Go away. But, fam, this is for you. Let's go full screen on this.
Wait. Let me read what Mr. Ryan Grimm, who I haven't even thought of in like years now,
Jamie likes
said.
Ryan Grimm. Don't make fun of him.
Oh, apologies, Jamie, for that. 290 former Bernie Sanders staffers are urging the senator to sponsor a ceasefire now Senate resolution. Story to follow. Okay, first of all, yeah, okay, a resolution is it's not like they're doing something terrible, right? It's not. But guys, come on. A resolution is so.
We gotta try, fam. What are we supposed to do?
This is Bernie Sanders, who's supposed to be the most progressive senator out there, and he literally said Israel has the right to commit genocide. In other words, I mean, he didn't say the word genocide. He didn't recognize what was happening. Also, Bernie is one of many politicians in the U.S. who has dual citizenship with Israel, by the way. So I mean, they can't, should they even be allowed to say anything on this issue? They're compromised. They're biased. They're like, it's just, that's a whole other issue. Anyway, let's hear it.
Let's go full screen too.
Hi, Bernie.
Hey, Bernie.
Hi, Senator Sanders. My name is Raya Al-Nassour.
My name is Kevin Rabinovich.
My name is Youngjeong Cho. Nuseva.
David Shore.
Brianna Blewett.
Michaela Kaplan.
Hannah Fertig.
Lakshmi Devi Gopal.
Daniela. Becca Rast.
Waleed Shahid.
My name is Erica Anglin, and I work for you, Bernie.
My name is Shabad Singh, and I work for you, Bernie.
We were inspired by your campaign and leadership,
in part because of your deep anti-war convictions.
I am opposed to giving the president a blank check to launch a unilateral invasion and occupation of Iraq.
Your fight for dignity and justice for all.
And your deep commitment to the basic humanity of all Israelis and Palestinians.
We are going to have to treat the Palestinian people with respect and dignity.
As a fellow Jewish American, this is something that I've always admired about you and why I came to work for you.
We are disappointed that you have not taken leadership in this moment, calling for a ceasefire.
Particularly when grief is being weaponized by American politicians to support horrific atrocities by Israel against Palestinian civilians.
And all of this is funded by our government.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
We are seeing a revitalization of the anti-war and pro-peace movement across the country.
People of all races and faiths and backgrounds coming together for a political revolution in our foreign policy. And you inspired a lot of these people, these activists on the streets today.
You, Bernie, are the strongest voice in the U.S. Senate on progressive foreign policy.
We ask you to stand up more forcefully, as you always have, against war and bombs and for peace, freedom, and justice.
Thank you
for already speaking up about the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and the importance of releasing all hostages.
But we know our government can do more.
Please call for a ceasefire
and introduce a Senate companion to the Ceasefire Now resolution, introduced by Representative Rashida Tlaib and Representative Cori Bush.
Support an end to military funding for atrocities or occupation of Palestinian people.
If not now, when?
If not you and us, then who?
We believe in you.
We believe in you.
We believe in you.
You shouldn't believe in him because you shouldn't have to ask him to do this. He should have been the leading voice without all of you having to ask him. That's the whole point of this thing. That's why it's so enraging. This is the guy that was talking and leading with a supposed anti-war rhetoric during the majority of his Senate run. At least that's how he made himself out to be. That's how a lot of us believed him to be. But he is literally not giving the Palestinian people the respect and civility that he literally campaigned on. And I mean, how at the end of the day is his advocacy any different than Hillary Clinton's or Joe Biden's or literally a Republican like Mitch McConnell? I mean, it's just, and I'm not going to yell at these people because honestly, like the fact that they even had to speak out is really sad that these people work for him. And they're literally having to make videos to just be like, hey, can you actually be a decent human being and say something? I mean, it's just sad at this point. This is, and I am seeing, like I said, a resurgence of people speaking out against what's being done to Palestinians. But
can I be honest with you? And I don't mean to cut you off. They're being also false. They're lying when they're saying that you are the most progressive anti-war senator out there. He wasn't part of the 11 senators that voted against that fucking Ukraine aid bill. Right? It wasn't him. He's been yelling Putin, 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 Putin the whole fucking time. You're right. He's not as anti-war as Rand Paul. He's not even as anti-war as Josh Hawley. I mean, he's sitting there and once again, not only he not called for a ceasefire, he gave the okay. Israel has the right to protect itself, and I condemn Hamas for what they have done. The brutal attacks are awful. He's lying. He's a paid off. You're not getting anywhere there with him. And that's the thing, fam. They keep taking these little sound bites. Maybe you should listen to his whole speech. Maybe you should listen to the whole hearing. All right. Because this is something that I did a lot of, when it came to COVID stuff, when it came to war stuff, when it came to free speech stuff. I watched a lot of these hearings. Okay. And I went back and watched some of Bernie's old hearings. And he would give you this jibber jab, this, virtue signaling about like Kosovo and blah, blah, blah. But then I will support and sign the bill for you to bomb the shit out of them. I mean, give me a break. He was always the compromise candidate. We were compromising. We were settling for him because there was no other choices out there. But to sit there and go back and act like he is some type of visionary for peace. No. He might have been better than some, but there's still a lot better. I when it comes to anti-war, I'll take Rand Paul any day and his policies over Bernie Sanders when it comes to war. Rand Paul tried to end that war and cut the nuts off of Afghanistan. He failed. Bernie Sanders didn't form a coalition with him to stop that. He got it on the Senate floor, an up and down vote.
Ron Paul or Rand Paul?
What's that?
Rand Paul or Ron Paul?
Rand, the son.
Okay.
It was not even as good as Ron.
Yeah, I would say
video
Ron Paul.
For Ron Paul, but Ron Paul's already out there calling for peace, calling for a ceasefire. Ron Paul is on the floor of the fucking House when he was in the House. Ron, Daddy, talking about Israel funded and started Hamas. No, this is wasted time. You're stuck in 2016. It's a craziness, and we talked about this. I talked about this with Sam Husseini. A lot of people that are out there in those marches are still wearing masks outside. I'm saying, and it ain't to hide themselves from the facial recognition. There are a few out there to do that, but they're out there wearing the mask because they're still stuck in that bubble. But you know what? Hey, man, if I got to stand with them for this, I'll stand with them for this.
Yeah. I mean, that's how we are when it comes to war, right? I don't really care. I mean, at this point, this is another way we go into World War III. And one of the things that I want to, because I mean, Bernie is a lost cause, so I just don't even have anything else to say because it's just like, there's no reason. It's just so sad. I mean, and people are still trying to push for him to run in 2024, which is absolutely insane to me.
I will
It's
not run
insane.
against my friend Joe Biden.
He's not. Yeah.
He is my
I mean,
friend.
granted, he's more cognizant than Joe Biden, every single day. But that's
And
beside
Biden
the point.
is my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Biden is his friend, and he made sure to tell us.